How did a collection of ancient scrolls, written by shepherds, kings, prophets, and fishermen across thousands of years, become the most powerful and widely read book in human history? Today, we're uncovering the incredible journey of the Bible, where it came from, how it was preserved, and why its message still transforms lives today. The story of how we got the Bible begins thousands of years ago, long before printing presses or modern technology, when God revealed himself to ordinary people who were called to record his words, his laws, his promises, and his dealings with humanity. In the ancient world, stories were first passed down orally from generation to generation, carefully preserved within families and communities, and eventually written on scrolls made from papyrus and parchment by prophets, priests, kings, historians, and apostles, who believed they were guided by the Spirit of God, which is why many Christians refer to the Bible as God-breathed or divinely inspired. The Old Testament, also known as the Hebrew Scriptures, was written primarily in Hebrew over many centuries and includes the law given through Moses, historical records of Israel's journey, poetic books like Psalms and Proverbs, and the messages of prophets who called people back to faithfulness. And these writings were treasured, copied by hand with great care, and preserved within Jewish communities long before the time of Jesus. Centuries later, as Jewish people spread across different regions and languages changed, these Hebrew writings were translated into Greek in a version known as the Septuagint, allowing more people to read and understand the Scriptures. Then came the New Testament, written in the first century after the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, when his followers and eyewitnesses began documenting his teachings, miracles, and the growth of the early church through gospels, letters, and prophetic writings like Revelation, all composed in Greek so they could reach a wide audience across the Roman Empire. These early Christian writings circulated among churches, were read during gatherings, and were copied repeatedly by scribes who worked tirelessly to preserve accuracy, even in times of persecution when owning these texts could be dangerous. Over time, church leaders carefully examined which books were consistent with apostolic teaching and widely accepted among believers, a process often referred to as the formation of the biblical canon. And by the 4th century, many of the books recognized today were affirmed as authoritative scripture. Follow for part 2.